So, yesterday I did see Fruitvale Station. I was planning on seeing it anyway. I didn't know whether I was going to do a review or not, but then I, by some chance, saw a review done by one of the YouTube video reviewers, and it turned me off completely. Um, it's kind of the exact reason this happened. If you don't know, mini spoiler, but I guess most of us know, is this movie is a depiction of the final day of Oscar Grant, a young man, and I can call him young man because when he died I was, what, 29, 30 at the time. He was 22. Um, he was shot in the back. And in lieu of everything that happened with Trayvon Martin, I didn't want to touch it because it's a touchy subject. I mean, I know what I think. There's a disconnect in this country. It's that. We have one position, the dominant ideology, Caucasians, that feel like they have to defend their position. That feel like, no, it is not such thing as racism. We have some funny, I was reading a poll done, and most Caucasians feel like the NAACP has achieved their goals. No. Of course, that's what you think, but no. What got me, and the reviewer's name is Chris Zuckerman. Again, I enjoyed most of his work, but he said something that just completely turned me off, and it had no place in his review. He was giving a review. He's talking about Oscar Grant's past history, and he kind of said that had to do with his death. No, his death was the simple fact that he wanted to go home. The simple fact is that white cops, again, in this country, when they have to deal with minorities, do not know how to deal with minorities. Officers believe they have to put on a front or some type of unnecessarily tough facade or tough exterior when dealing with minorities. No. Now, what I need most people to understand is not all black people feel as if whites owe them. Most of the educated ones don't. The lazy people, yes. But there is a disjointed disconnect between, again, the larger ideology and us. It's always going to be that way until certain things happen. Overall, I enjoyed the movie. I mean, in the end, I really did. It was an interesting movie. Certain parts of it was Hollywood, and I knew exactly which parts. He didn't have to tell me which parts were Hollywood. Filler. But overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I could relate to that young man. I can understand, and it goes funny how I can relate to that young man. I guess I think back to what Miss Fulton said. If you don't know, that's Sabrina Fulton. That's Trayvon's mother, and how I can relate, and how Chris Zuckerman could not relate. Again, it's just more or less the state of this country, and how younger people are completely oblivious to this thing, and how, guess what, most of their minority friends, they didn't realize this, but we're at a point where I guess we've so been euthanized, or I wouldn't say euthanized, spayed and neutered, and our fight have been taken out of us to an extent that we're okay with it. We're okay with young Caucasian males calling each other the N-word. I actually agree with Mark Lamont Hill that no one should use it. I don't use it. People who know me know I do not use it. I use it in a joking manner with one person, and me and him say we shouldn't say it. And mainly it's because of the jokes he say and retort. He knows he shouldn't, but he does it anyway. I guess, I don't know why, but and this person knows who they are. I noticed I also say huh a lot. I was just looking at my notes. When I wanted to go back to the movie, when I was looking at it, I kind of saw my little brother when looking at Oscar Grant. I can see my little brother, and yes, I do have a little brother who's roughly 10 years younger than me, so he's approximately Oscar's age, maybe a little few years younger than him. And so I can see myself relating to him. He did nothing. He just wanted to go home. Somebody antagonized him. He defended himself. Cops approached him. Cops were the aggressors. That had nothing to do with his past, Mr. Zuckerman. That was one of those statements which you said, which just really turned me off. It was what it was. Can I reflect that to America? I can reflect that to Caucasian America? Dominant ideology? There's something that you do that turns me off. I work in a place where a lot of Caucasians come through with an attitude. You do not, in my opinion, and again, this is what most black people feel. I guess I can say it. I have no problem with saying it. Don't come to me with an attitude. You do not know struggle. You do not know having to work hard. You do not having to put that much more effort to get somewhere in this country. You do not have to, and it boggles my mind. One of the few countries, or in this world, maybe one of the only countries where you have to actually put down your race. And people can argue, oh, this is because of affirmative action. I didn't ask for it. I've made it clear in many of my videos that I would rather be accredited and be held to the words that come out of my mouth and my qualifications on a piece of paper than the color of my skin. You're right here, black man saying that affirmative action is what it is, but it's a waste of time. Are we in a Fruitvale state? Yes, we are. The NAACP has not accomplished all the goals it has. We are still divided. And for people to tell me that we are not, no, we are. I hope with time that we can evolve to a point where, yes, we are one people. We are all just what? Americans. Not African, not Caucasian, not Asian, not this, not that. We are Americans. We are unified under one flag, but we are not. Now, back to the movie. Excellent. I loved it. Again, looking at Oscar Grant in his final life. It was a great job. The young men, Michael B. and was it Michael Cougar? I apologize if I messed up his name. Young men did an excellent job. Inspired me to do more with theater. It actually does to an extent, but I've done so much into medicine, I can't leave it. I'm sorry, most of my notes are a little messed up. That's about it. I thank you. Think about what I said. If you choose to respond, you choose to. If you just choose to troll and say unnecessary comments, you can keep them. I don't have time for them. You're just wasting your breath and your time and your energy. I don't want you to do that. If you're going to do that, putting into something that you want to do. Putting an effort, making a mark on this world.